Welcome back, Salted Nuts. So, change of the lineup here. We have Greg in the hot seat now.
Hot seat? Well, alright, I guess.
Joel is going to take a break and do some commentary, run his gab a little bit. So, Greg,
Yep.
what Mountain Ninja
Seriously?
Academy did you study Mega Man X at?
Just 7th... You stupid... 7th grade... Actually, no, 6th grade. I had this on the computer.
So he's pretty much telling us he's a Japanese child prodigy.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so Boomer Quanger...
Except that he's white,
Yes.
which defies that. Technically, nationality is not reserved to skin color, but
what you're missing the key point here of the what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Karate Kid syndrome.
No subtanks. That was interesting.
Wow.
gotta
Did
get
we
those,
end this with no subtanks?
get those delicious sub-tits.
Whatever. As long as I've got the homing missiles, I'll be fine. I'll just click up the wall, and I've got full health now, so who cares?
Translation: he will climb the wall using jumps.
Also known as...
I know that his clicking slang. It's very unusual
He clicks
vocabulary.
up the side. I'm
Are we still on this?
It's like some,
Your 6th grade vernacular is different.
whatever. He's dead.
I think that's
care.
like Ebonics or something.
Yeah, I would say so
It's-
too.
I
it's-
didn't even get hit that time. I probably
it's-
could have done it the first round.
It's street talk. We don't expect you to know it. We just expect you to understand and accept the cultural heritage.
Yeah, context, I guess. Whatever. Actually, the boomerang's incredibly useful. I'm going to be able to get all kinds of crazy, awesome shit now. And I cannot believe we're only going to get to see him fully powered on one boss screen.
Why is that?
Because the methodology of going through each of the different weapon to weaknesses, basically he's got the level that has the vest, and he's also the last boss to kill based on the sequence order of weaponry. Although we will go and get some of the sub-tanks and...
Isn't it the very end too?
No, you don't get to see that cool splash screen of X just by himself when you're...
Oh, I
because
see
that's
what
just
you
when you get the weapon upgrade. Also, I love that you, like, move leaves at the top of the screen when you...
Why
when you
that
get
popped up 2? I've never seen a 2 before.
the little grass dude spits out a wormy creature that you're capable of also getting... Screw that noise. Die! He pops out a little worm that you're capable of getting stuff from. Oh, yeah,
So,
I do hate
go
those
ahead.
enemies so much.
I was wondering if there was a woods level,
Oh, yeah.
because there's something
Secret!
that I truly love about woods.
What?
What?
As in, into them?
The way is clear. The
Oh,
air
we're doing
is
this
good.
again.
I have no fear, nor no one
Oh,
should.
balls.
Are just trees.
Why would you put your
The
arm
trees
around
are
me?
just wood.
So is that a game
How dare
over,
you
really?
be? How dare you
to
be
have
friendly?
to ask it. Do you have an X-Tank? What is it, E-Tank?
E-tank, E-tank. No, it's a sub-tank. It's a sub-tank now.
We've got him.
I'm leaving.
We've got him.
I'm-
Full circle.
I don't care.
Full circle. The clock is set back.
So it's your fault.
No, it's your fault.
Like and subscribe if you think that it should be called E-Tank.
No, don't like and subscribe that. No, go away. Unsubscribe if you think it should be called an E-tank. No, please don't. Don't do that. That's actually... Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Actually, if you guys have seen Into the Woods, like, comment, and subscribe because that movie was the shit.
First YouTuber, I think we just made history asking people to unsubscribe. Actually,
Oh, boss, that's the jump. Where's the jumper?
oh yeah, there was that Twitter thing where people wanted him to like unsubscribe. I forget what that.
Wait, who was that?
I forget what the situation
Oh,
was,
okay.
but
So, this is actually really interesting. You see how there's water down here now? The water is here because we did something that caused the water to show up. It's the degradation of this particular level. And you can't get the heart tank unless the water's there to assist you in the jump.
yes.
This is also the only capsule that you have to beat a mini-boss for. And unfortunately, he's not difficult, but he is really annoying. This is it.
Oh, you know what?
This is the mini-boss.
He's a sponge.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't...
He's
like,
a bullet sponge.
I can't shoot the they're bouncing. See the claw things, and if I get too close, then he does his little. Oh, well, come on, dude. He does his little. Nope, he's still just gonna jump. Come on, do it. No, you're not gonna. Okay, fine. I don't care. I'm just gonna kill you. There he goes. So he does that.
I think I saw a speedrunner use the boomerang on this guy to go through his fat shell.
You can do that, but I need the boomerang for later. So it's basically this. I jump and shoot him, and I go back and forth along this stage while he jumps over me, and then I eventually make the catty comments that I made when I was 12, because this boss bored the hell out of me, and we had to amuse ourselves somehow.
Well, what cat? Referencing Clamps from Futurama.
Actually, Futurama wasn't out yet.
Is that Mega Man X? I'm gonna give it the clamps.
Oh boy.
I actually really like those characters. Dawnbot, look into your mercy file. File not found. There, okay. So you see the little puffs of smoke that start coming out?
Oh, look. He's actually getting damaged.
So my little 12-year-old self is just like, oh, smoking's very bad for you, which is a reference to Die Hard. Yes, I'd seen Die Hard before I was 12, but the smoking gets worse, and it's like, I don't know, if he keeps smoking like that, he's gonna have a real bad time. Ha! We are in Dare.
Wow.
Interesting you bring that up, because I had the pleasure of experiencing the new drug-free program in our area.
Oh, that's
Really?
right. I forget. You're a substitute teacher.
I didn't know there was a new one.
Called Defy It.
Defy it?
DFYIT.
Yay, he's dead. And then you get to...
Defy It.
You get to ride on top of the capsule.
You get to ride the capsule.
Yeah, that's great.
No upgrade. You just get to ride it.
Yeah. New type of body armor. It will reduce your damage to your systems by 50%, which is actually pretty cool. Now, here's the best part. So you go in, you get the badass armor, you get to watch the whole thing, and then the lightning strikes. So it puts on a vest, and I was like, a vest? That's so freaking cool! It also doesn't have a demonstration, but if you had been watching before, anytime X got hit, he always kind of like languished on his back. Like he always looked like he had gotten hit, and he kind of throws his head back and he's in pain. Now when you get hit, instead, you curl up into a defensive motion. He actually looks so badass now when he gets hit, as opposed to looking like a little, just punk, arching his back and being in pain. Now he's just like, no, take it like a boss and then kill you. It's much cooler. I always thought that was just the tits.
I never noticed that.
This has been Greg's childhood 101.
Yes?
Nostalgia condensed.
Yummy nostalgia.
We better not let the scientists find out about Greg's condensed nostalgia, because I'm pretty sure they're going to mass market that.
Harvest it.
It's going to be shoved down the public's throat.
We could probably
My
make
childhood
it
was
fuel.
badass.
Well,
Make it into the fuel.
That's another story.
Look, it's our old friends these guys. Screw you. And then just a free life, because whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember much of the DARE program personally.
I know a little bit. I remember a little bit of it.
I experienced this new Defy It program, Drug-Free Youth. That's what the acronym stands for, Defy. With perfect clarity, 2020 adult critical thinking vision.
Oh boy.
Critical thinking.
What do you guys remember of DARE? Like
I remember
much.
the cop showing up and being like, drugs bad.
I remember some of the books, specifically talking about weed, which was interesting. How you would have the analogy of weed being a hat that you put on. Do you not remember that?
That does sound familiar.
It was a hat, and that was the analogy.
And like it felt good to put the hat on, and then like eventually putting on the hat didn't make you feel as good.
Well, not necessarily that, but I remember like one of the times where like it was an older kid, and then his younger brother ended up putting on the hat, and he got angry at it.
He goes into the room and like finds his brother's hat and puts it on, and he's like, "Look how cool I am!" And the older brother's like, "What the hell are you doing? Get out of my room!" He's like, "I just wanted to be like you." Which I think they had a hat on like other DARE whatevers and.
Well, talk about hanging a hat on it.
Oh my god! You're not going to be in the next episode.
All around.
You're not going to be in the next episode because you're going to be dead.
So many finger guns.
Oh damn it!
That was priceless, dude.
See,
him landing on him.
Without his weapon, these dropping spikes are an absolute pain. But even with his weapon, it's still a pain.
Yeah. It's true.
And now he's dead. So I just want to say this moment coming up right here where we get to see X in his full kit, his full gear. He looks so badass, so badass. Share it with me.
He's been wanting to show the world this for a long time.
Dressed up for Halloween as X. It was great. Look at that! Look how badass that is! He looks so freaking cool!
Let the record show Greg has a huge boner right now.
A nostalgia erection.
He is currently rubbing the SNES controller on his penis.
Damn it!
Let's see what Zero has to say while I pleasure myself. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress.
No, I'm gonna fast forward to
Let's
this.
put an end to them.
Wah, wah.
Joel has commandeered the controller. What will happen next?
Alright,
We're going backwards.
we are a little bit. First things first, we need some heart tanks on some of the levels. I know we don't have Chill Penguin's heart tank, because in order to get Chill Penguin's heart tank, you actually have to have the fire weapon. It's impossible to get it without the fire weapon, which means you have to have at least progressed through 3 of the bosses? Whatever the sequence is, I don't remember. But without the ability to access the heart tank, there's no way of getting it. And I racked my brain trying to be like, is there a way that you can get it without having this weapon? And no, apparently it's no. Now this was before, it wasn't necessarily before the internets. It wasn't before the ability to look stuff up, but it was definitely harder because now every single person and his brother has a game website in some way. You can go and look up tips and tricks on nearly absolutely anything. But back in, 1999? Where the hell were you going to actually go online in order to get game tips?
Well, not online. You do a magazine.
Yeah, you would do either a magazine,
but
you would do an
A
actual...
PC?
Oh yeah, PC Gamer.
No.
That's huge.
No. Like, would they have even talked about what was essentially, as far as I know, the very first port that I was aware of? Nah.
Nah, I love PC Gamer. I used to love it.
Did they talk about
now
ports?
that magazines are irrelevant and
Aww.
Yeah,
sadly.
well, because I remember Nintendo
not funny,
Power
my-
Pack would have some of these as well.
Your brother was a magazine.
He died in the Great Magazine War.
I lost my eyes in WWW, the Internet War.
Well, no, I mean, whenever
So-
I think of tips or tricks, I would think immediately of Nintendo Power, actually.
So these guys are capable of blowing those things up. So then you go up here, and I'm like, can I get that guy up here? And the answer is no. And you can't do anything with... No, you bastard.
Right.
You can't do anything with these, so instead, you just blow that up with a heat weapon. I'm like, okay, didn't know that was a thing, but
That-
sure.
Does that even make sense? You're blowing
That makes absolutely no
You're
sense.
blowing up a building with a flame. See, when I learned that secret, which I looked up like Game Facts or something, I was like, "Are you kidding me? A flame blows up a building? It just seems ridiculous."
Well, there's a little bit of logic behind that because it's an insect hive and you use fire to kill those horrible wasp things.
Actually, that's a pretty good explanation.
It's
stretchy.
It's stretching. It's 100% stretching, but it still makes sense.
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm still going to go with yes because
I'm
it's
actually-
my explanation.
I'm actually okay with this. There's a lot of insect imagery throughout this entire game, and using a flamethrower to bust out wasps. Well, technically they're dragonflies, but even then, yeah, okay. In the absence of Kojima or whatever coming over and telling us anything different, I'm going to go with it. Oh, if you can't tell what's in the bottom,
Kojima.
what?
Kojima didn't make this game.
I don't know who made this game. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh my
But there's an
word.
E-tank over there. Now, I learned this the hard way. You can't just fire and grab it, but if you're jumping and
Right,
you're
right.
dropping, you can actually get it to move the other way, and then you get your sub-tank from it.
There
Did
you
we get
go.
the heart tank on this level?
What does it include?
You had to click up the wall and jump around the... No, we didn't. Which means I have to face that stupid mini-boss. Oh god, no, this is bad. I hate that when you've got the wrong weapon when you're trying to kill things. Actually, I mostly just use the actual X-Buster. Alright, so am I gonna get the E-Tank on the... E-Tank, sub-tank.
You're gonna get sub tits
I'm gonna
on the next episode.
Oh, just on the next episode. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore.
Sub Sub X Tank.
Sub XE.
I think I just swallowed an ice cube.
See you then.